Hi, yes, my name is Glenn, and I work for Homeinc.
Hi guys, my name is Serge. So Glenn, you know, we talk with sellers all the time, homeowners that are thinking about selling their properties, and some of them have concerns.
Mhm.
The property has some code violations from the city. How do you usually address it? What are code violations, and what are some of the things that we can do to help them in that process?
Great question, great question. Well, just to go back to what code violations are. Basically, code violations usually is like when a property doesn't like comply with like city ordinances and laws. For an example, a property might have, let's just say, since I'm a property manager, it might be like overgrown lawn. Um, Maybe the windows are cracked. There's trash and debris in the area. Maybe the house needs to be painted. Things like that. And one thing you could tell a homeowner as far as resolving that with the city, usually they give you like 30-day grace period to comply with these violations. Depends on what city. Just a reminder, depending on what city. Some they want it to be done right away. Some they give you a grace period of 30 days typically. Once you get those complied with, they come out there during inspection on the property, and once you pass it, you're good to go. If not, there's sometimes if it's a repeat violation, you might have to go to, after you comply with the violation, you have to go to like a magistrate hearing with the city to explain the reason why you had a repeat violation. But those are some of the things that you can do for a homeowner to comply with these.
All right. Well, just to piggyback on what Glenn was saying, most of the code violations that we encounter are people that at some point have done, remodeling without permits. They've done some, home improvements, and either pulled permit that expired and never got to it, or pulled permits but end up doing other work that are non-related to the permit, and so they may find themselves in these situations. The good thing is, when we acquired the property and we agreed to purchase your home, we actually have an in-house closing coordinating team that handles all of that stuff for you. So it's just so that you don't have to go through all these different steps and hoop and dealing with the city and all that paperwork. We handle all that stuff, so it's a full service that we provide. Granted that we obviously going to get the details on your behalf, or if you already know about these code violations, you can provide us with the details, code cases, and all these different things, so we can mitigate these issues and help you get to a successful close. So just one more question. I mean, have you ever had a situation where you're dealing with someone, an absentee owner, the home was just abandoned, and and the code just accrued to a point where there was no way out? Or is it pretty common that there's ways to always mitigate it and work it with the cities?
Yes, there's always a way to mitigate it. So I have come in situations like that before. You can always go to the city and try to, depending on how long it's been accruing, you can always go back to the city and try to mitigate those fees down to a smaller amount. And as long as you work with the city, that's something that we do. We will take over that headache, because it's usually a headache to go through that with the city. And you could just, as long as you work with them and get everything complied within a certain time frame, you can mitigate those.
Well, you heard it from Glenn. There's no violations that's too big. It doesn't matter how long ago. If you're interested in navigating through these hurdles, obviously selling your property to Homeinc, we can make the process very simple and easy. um, so give us a call. You got the information. Code violations are not a death sentence. Obviously there are ways to go around it, and you just have the experience and the team to be able to work that and make it a very simple process.